I'm Dr. Michael DeTola, and I wanted to share with you a new cement from Kerr that I've had the pleasure to use. This is Nexus RMGI, a resin-modified glass ionomer luting cement that's based on the Nexus adhesive technology, which many dentists have come to know and trust over the years. And so I wanted to take you through a clinical case here. We're removing the temporary crown on tooth number 8. And as we get ready to remove the old cement as part of our first step, I'm just using a sonic scaler here to make sure that the tooth surface is nice and clean as we get the temp bond temporary cement off of here. The temp bond comes off pretty easily. This is just something I do with the sonic scaler to kind of make sure that I've got that preparation as clean as possible after that temp's been on for a couple of weeks. And so after we take the crown and try it in and the patient looks at it and gets their approval, this happens to be a solid zirconia crown, because of the possibility of contamination from the phosphate groups in the saliva, we're going to use a zirconia oxide solution and put that on the inside of this crown for 20 seconds, and then we're going to rinse that out. And because it's a liquid zirconia oxide, any of the phosphate groups from the saliva that were bound to the zirconia crown are now going to be bound to the purple liquid, and we're going to rinse it right out of there. And now we're going to put a zirconia primer on the inside of this crown. So we've placed the zirconia primer, and they're going to hit it with some air, and that's going to help the resin in our Nexus RMGI bond to the crown. So we're going to bleed a little bit out of the tip. It's an automix system, and so as a result, it doesn't get much easier to mix cement. And I just put one little dot from the end of it on my glove, and then we're going to fill the crown. And that automix reminds me how nice it is not to have to mix things by hand anymore. If you're old enough like me to remember the days of Flex, it's certainly nice to have these automix systems and really not have to divide everything up into 64 piles and mix it all together. It's very convenient and a great time to be a dentist. Now, one of the neat things about the Nexus RMGI is the light activation. So you'll see me hit it, and I'll test it with an Explorer, and then I'll hit it again for just a second. And I'm just trying to get it to its gel state here because one of the unique properties of Nexus RMGI is your ability to take it off basically in one piece, kind of a one peel approach that I like to take. And it's a nice feeling to be able to go in and really slide your Explorer underneath it and peel that away and really be able to feel like, wow, that was, not only did I get all the cement off, but it was simple and it was straightforward, and it was not difficult to get off. And so you could wait for this without doing any light curing, and it doesn't take a real long period of time, but you could see we put that crown in, and I cured it for about a second, and I checked it, and it was still just a little bit soft, and then I hit it one more time for about another second. And so we're cleaning it up immediately. And with most resin-modified glass ionomer cements, you're putting the crown in place, and it's going to be 2 or 3 minutes before you clean it up. And if you happen to wait a little too long, it's going to be hard as a rock. So it really is nice to be able to cure it and hit it and activate it with the light and start to clean up the margins. And as you can see, it cleans up very nice as well. I'm using some super floss. You can see that thick little portion there that does such a great job of picking up all those extra pieces of cement interproximally that we find, and then a polishing tip to go in and just smooth off any little pieces that might be there at the margin, or if we feel like we need to go in and really just put a high shine on that restoration in the gingival third. And there it is, cemented into place with the Nexus RMGI. And so really the ability to be able to peel that off in one piece is a big advantage of this material. And of course, with the Nexus adhesive chemistry that many of us have come to know and trust, it's a really confident feeling and a really simple, straightforward cement to use.